Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos by Honest Teacher Vibes.
Hey best friends, Honest Teacher Vibes here. So I feel the need to tell y'all about my crazy Uber ride the other day. I ain't never really just had a super weird experience when I've had to take a Uber, because since I've been traveling so much, I have to be in an Uber all the time. But this was by far the weirdest. Well, it wasn't necessarily weird, but it was very stressful. Okay. So I leave the airport, right? I walk out, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for my Uber driver. I can't find her. She can't find me. So we're messaging back and forth. I'm like, I'm on the upstairs level. She was down on the lower level. So she had to come up to my level, whatever. We get that situated. She like, I'm in a black Altima. So I don't even remember what type of car, but I know it was black. And she was like, I got my headlights, I got my emergency lights flashing. So I locate her, she locates me. Now, when I walk up to the car, the windows are like super, super tinted. So I'm like looking, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see her, she trying to see me. Now, when you get in an Uber, everybody know you don't tell them what your name is. You make them say their name, and you have to say your name, so that this how I know I watch too much Dateline. Because I'm like, you better make sure you getting in the right Uber so you don't end up on the episode of Dateline 2020, Nightline, Good Morning America. You need to make sure, okay? So we check each other out, whatever's cool. I realized, she is my Uber driver. So like I said, the windows were down, and I'm thinking, she just had the window down because she's trying to see, who I am. I opened the back door because she had all four of the windows like cracked like this. I opened the back door, and immediately my nostrils are like accosted by cigarette smoke. But I'm like, whatever, it's her car. And I'm not talking about like no faint cigarette smell. I'm talking about it was thick, okay? Like thick like Heinz, like I am. It was like thick cigarette smoke. So I'm like, okay, maybe she had the windows down because she just got done smoking a cigarette. So I get in the back, and I had a sweater on. And if y'all know me, I could sweat in 20-degree weather, but I had a sweater on because it was hot. It was cold in the airport, and it was cold on the airplane. So I'm thinking she gonna let these windows up and turn the air conditioner on when we get to rolling, because we in the South and it's 110 degrees in the shade. So we get to rolling, we making small talk, and I'm about to die. It's so hot back there. So I'm like, hey man, she gonna turn the air conditioner. Y'all, the woman ain't have no air conditioner. Her air conditioner was broke. She ain't had no air conditioner. So you mean to tell me you out here giving Uber rides in a hot box? So I'm like, I'm happy I ain't have nowhere important to go, or I would have melted by the time I got there. I was sweating my life away. I was like, Lord, if it's your will, I don't want to go to hell. Like, it was hot. It was so hot in there. Okay. So I was like, you know what? I ain't going to trip though, because she can't really control. You know what I'm saying? Some people, it's expensive to get. I just had to get my air conditioner fixed, and it wasn't cheap. Right. So I'm like, cool. It's cool. I ain't trying to trip. Smell like cigarette smoke in here, and it's hot. But I was like, Bree, don't be a snob. Don't be tripping. Just roll with it. You ain't got that far to get home. So I take my sweater off that I had on, because I'm sweating my life away. And so we rolling down the road or whatever, and I'm already, a little, irritated because hot as hell, and it smells like cigarette smoke. So then I start hearing these like random numbers. It's like N35, G17, Z12, S14. I'm like, what the hell are these random numbers? So I start looking around. I'm like, is somebody like geo-tracking her location or something? Like, is somebody looking for you? Are you on America's Most Wanted? Like, what is going on? What are these numbers? So I keep hearing them, and I'm like, are they coming from the radio? I mean, I'm just looking all around trying to figure out where these numbers coming from. So I lean over and look into the front seat. Y'all, the woman was playing bingo on her phone. Ma'am. Ma'am. No, ma'am. The city that we was driving in, the speed limit is suggestive, which means that people drive like absolute fools. I ain't trying to die in a car accident, ma'am. I'm going to need you to pay attention while you're driving. Okay? I'm going to need you to look at the road, not be playing bingo on your phone. So I'm just really, at this point, there's 3 strikes, okay? It's hot as hell in here. You ain't got no air conditioner. You're playing bingo on your phone. And it smell like cigarette smoke in here. I'm ready to go. Okay. So I'm like, all right, just be cool about it. Right. But I'm like, at this point, I'm like, am I getting punked? This is way too many things. And I was tired because the Teacher Heart Out Conference in Atlanta was super fun. But you know, when you travel, you be tired. You're just ready to get home. So it's hot as hell. I can't breathe. She playing bingo up there in the front seat on her phone. So we get closer to my house and she's like, which way should I turn? Like we got to a red light. She's like, which way should I turn? Should I take this road or should I take this back road or whatever? So I tell her which road to go on. And I'm thinking in my mind, do you not have a GPS? Why are you asking me? You the Uber driver. Why don't you have a GPS? I hope this don't come out. I really wasn't trying to be rude, y'all, but this was like a lot of stuff going on in this Uber. Okay. So I tell her which way to go and she makes that turn and we're driving and she's like, oh, I should have went the other way. The GPS told me to go the other way. Well, what you ask me for then? What you gonna ask me which way? So you fussing at me? Ma'am, I just want to get out of this Uber. Okay, you're just stressing my pressure. And I'm thinking to myself, it can't get no worse. And I was already stressed because y'all know TikTok was acting a fool this week. And I was already frustrated and had already been boohooing crying because TikTok banned me for 36 hours. So I was already stressed out. Okay. So this Uber driver was adding to my stress because my pressure was through the roof. Okay. So we finally, you know what I'm saying, pull up to my apartment complex. I was so grateful to finally get there. And I told her to press, I told her the code to put in. And she pressed the wrong thing for the code. I was like, it's cool. I'll just get out and do it. Because she was a little bit older. So I was like, maybe she just don't know how to work it. I'll get out and do it. So I was already stressed. When I opened the door, y'all, she looked at me like, why you got my door open? I was just like, ma'am, I'm just going to put the code in for you, whatever. But thank the Lord, he provided a ram in the bush because somebody drove up at that precise time and let us through the gate. I was like, oh my God. So by the time I got out... got into my house, y'all, I literally grabbed a bottle of Apple Crown out the freezer and just sat in the floor. I was like, this is so stressful. So then I was like, you know what? I can't even be mad at her because it's Uber fault. Uber, why y'all out here letting people drive for y'all and they ain't got no air conditioner? I'm happy I wasn't going on a date or nothing. Like, Lord knows I wouldn't be going on a date. But I'm happy I didn't have anywhere like important to go or I would have melted by the time I got there. So all I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? If you drive for Uber, man, I ain't trying to hate on you, fam. If you ain't got no air conditioner in your car, I ain't trying to hate on you. But that's just common decency. It's 110 degrees in the shade in the South. Don't be driving nobody around in no car that ain't got no damn air conditioner. That's no. No. You can quote me. Uber, y'all wrong for that because y'all should be letting nobody drive for Uber. And they got, like, if you want to deliver food, Uber Eats, that's fine. Driving people around, you ain't got no air in your car? No. I just practically melted in the back seat. Okay? So I don't really know why I told y'all that story, but all I'm saying, I just wanted y'all to be as stressed out as I was. Okay? That's not true. Y'all my best friends, so I tell y'all everything. So I was just like, let me go tell best friends that because it was very stressful. Love y'all. Like and subscribe if you want to hear more ridiculous things.